Yes, we have music. Royalty-free music. Instrumental. This is called Hip Hop Chill by some computer somewhere made it. Welcome to NBA Thursday. Let's put the light on here. Come on, lights. Let's get it right. Okay. NBA Thursday on Amazing Grace Sports Network. Yeah. Went in and out. Well, I'll just have to go with the dark screen. Okay, but we are here at 1 o'clock on the dot. No mistake about that. And there were 10 games in the NBA last night. 10 games. And after that, I will cover the Western Conference. I am Clay Morris. Usually I'm here with my co-host, Erick James. But Erick James is on the way, okay? As he likes to say, he's in motion. So he will be here. Let's start off with game number 1. Okay, put this music. Enough of that. Now to the entree. That was the appetizer. This is the entree. We start with game number 1. That has the Pacers traveling to the Disney city of Orlando to play the Magic. Yes, Disney. And the Magic pulled it off. The Magic, who make a feast on the Celtics, the number 1 team in the league, also apparently make a feast on the Pacers. They're far from being the number 1 or number 2, even the number 3 team in the league. But they lost to the Orlando Magic 120-126, 120-106. Orlando put it down on the Pacers. And the Pacers have a situation. They can't get any scoring. I don't know why that is. They can't get any scoring whatsoever. Let's get this like this, and maybe, yeah, that'll make it a little bit lighter. They can't seem to get any scoring. Aaron Nesmith played. Well, he only played 13 minutes, but he scored 0 points. Miles Turner played 33 minutes and scored 22. Timothy McConnell, also known as TJ McConnell, played 33 minutes and scored 17. Buddy High played 39 minutes and scored 21. Chris Duarte played 39 and scored 16. They got 44 points from the bench, 26 of it from Benedict Mathurin, who comes off the bench and always gives them a boost, but he gave him 26 big points over his average of 18. And they still lost because they can't get any scoring from anyone else. They had 5 other players played besides Benedict. And they averaged whatever. They didn't average, but they totaled for 18 points between the 5 of them. And that's off the bench. Okay, they were missing Tyrese Halliburton, who gives them 20 points a game, and maybe they would have won with him, but we don't know. But for the Magic, and the Magic were very efficient. Nobody shot the ball over 14 times, and that was by Paolo Banchero. He's the leader point getter at 21 points a game, but he played 36 minutes, shot 6 for 14 for 23 points. France Wagner, 34 minutes, 13 points. Now that's bad for France. France is usually a 20-point-a-game scorer. So everyone for the Magic, well, I can't say that because Gary Harris, oh my gosh, played 26 minutes, only 26 minutes. He shot 8 from 9 from the he shot 8 for 9 from the field goal. He had 8 for 9 in shots. He only missed 1 shot. But he was 6 for 6 from 3 points, from the 3-point line. He shot the ball 6 times beyond the arc, and he made it 3 points. He made it 6 times, and he had a total of 22 points over his average of 9. Yeah, he usually averages 9 points a game. He got 22 in this contest. Easily. They should have given the ball more. They got 35 points from the bench. Nobody scored over double figures, so we won't go into that. So, game number 1, the Pacers versus the Magic, or the Magic versus the Pacers, because the Magic were at home, and the Magic protected their home court and won the game. The Magic are now 19-29. Moving on up. And then we have the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, the Brooklyn Nets traveled to Philadelphia, which is about 100 miles. So They got on the bus. No, they're not traveling. They got on the private jet and traveled 100 miles to New Jersey. Brooklyn did. And they lost 137 to 133. As well they should. Okay, Kevin Durant's out. Philly's playing on their home court at full strength. And Philly was supposed to win. And they did, 137 to 133. For Brooklyn, they didn't get much output out of their starters. We'll get into that. Royce O'Neal, 35 minutes, 8 points. Joe Harris, 20 minutes, 8 points. Now, Ben Simmons, 29 minutes, 12 points. Shot 5 for 7, but I have a feeling those were layups. He was actually 2 for 3 from the foul line. So after 6 years in the league, he's getting better at shooting foul shots. But Nick Claxton showed out. Yeah, Nick Claxton played 38 minutes, was 11 for 12 in field goals. Shot the ball 12 times, made it 11 times. Was smart enough not to shoot a three-pointer, so 0 for 0 there. 3 for 6 from free throw for 25 points. Then we have Kyrie Irving. And Kyrie, I have to admit, he was very efficient. 9 for 15. Listen, guys. Now, I'm not a Kyrie lover or hater, but when a guy shoots the ball 9 for 15, it's pretty darn good. Okay, 2 for 5 from 3 points, 10 for 11. Going to the free throw line. He had 30 points. So, not bad. But then Seth Curry came off the bench, and he outscored everybody. Seth Curry shot the ball 20 times. He was 11 for 20 for 32 points. And Yuta Watanabe also scored 11 points. The bench scored 50 points, but it was not enough. Why? Because Philadelphia got it together now. Not from P.J. Tucker, because P.J. Tucker only scored 6 points. Tobias Harris gave him 18. Joel Embiid gave him 26. James Harden gave him 23. And DeAnthony Melton gave him 19. They also got 27 from Tyrese Maxey. And Matisse Thybulle gave him 10. So you got to look at that. And okay, Tyrese Maxey was 6 for 9 from the three-point line. 6 for 9 from three-point line. And when you got that, more than likely you were going to win that game, and they did. That's why Philadelphia won. In the third game, we have the Wizards taking on the Houston Rockets. Houston Rockets, the days of Clyde Drexler. No, that was the Houston basketball team. Right? Oh, yeah, he did return back. No, he didn't. He didn't return back. Yes, he did. He returned, and they won the championship, Houston did. But the days of Hakeem Olajuwon and Kenny Smith, Mad Max. Now, they've only won 11 games. Out of 48 games, they've won 11, which means they've lost 37. What has happened to Houston? Houston, we have a problem. Yes, we do. But let's start off with the Wizards. Because the Wizards won the game, and somebody should be congratulated. So let's congratulate the Wizards for winning. Let's congratulate the Wizards for winning. Well, that's a tongue twister there. Kyle Kuzma, 41 minutes. They really played him. He was only 12 for 25. Not bad. 5 for 13 from the three-point line. 33 points. So he carried that team, playing 41 minutes. No one else came close. Corey Kispert played 20 minutes and scored a big 7. 1 for 6 from the three-point line. Pull him out. Mr. Gafford, 33 minutes. He was smart enough not to shoot from the three-point line. It was 3 for 6 in field goals for 9 points. So between those two players, you had 16 points. These are your starters. Then they had Daniel Wright, 26 minutes. 1 for 4 from the three-point beyond the three-point line. And 5 points. So you got 21 points from 3 players, 3 starters. I don't know how you won. Oh, yeah, you were playing the Rockets. Okay. That being said, Kendrick Nunn recently traded from the Lakers, came and gave him 12 points, and Denny Advija gave him 10 points, 37 points from the bench, 108 to 103. Let's get to the Rockets. Now, there's not much to say. Jalen Smith, Kenyon Martin Jr. Okay, let's go. Jalen Smith scored 6 points, 2 for 10. 2 for 10, 3-point line. 0 for 5 from the three-point line. 6 points. Kenyon Martin Jr., 34 minutes, 16 points. Alperen Sengun, 10 for 16. He held the team up. 37 minutes, 21 points. Erick Gordon only scored 9 points. 1 for 6 from 3-point line. 4 for 14. You know, this is the thing when you get older. When you get older, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Erick didn't have it. Mr. Green was even worse. He shot 6 for 19, 2 for 8 for 3-point land, but he had 19 points. That's the Houston Rockets. It's not much to say. Houston, we have a problem. The big problem. You're not going to get anywhere close to winning. Who's the coach of that team? Should we look it up? Okay, coach. Houston. Stephen Silas, yeah, that's right. Paul Silas' son. Well, all right. Okay. Steve, you got your work cut out for you. Let's just put it that way. That being said, let's move on. Game number 4 of what happened last night. Okay? The Denver Nuggets traveled to Milwaukee, Wisconsin to play the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you had Denver and 7 points, you lost. Because Milwaukee beat them 107 to 99, which is 8 points. That being said, Denver was pretty much shorthanded. The 2 leading scorers were out. Nikola Jokic, 25 points, and Jamal Murray, who gives them 20 points. So they lost 45 points right there. Bam. Could they have beaten the Bucks with Jokic and Murray? Well, that's speculation right now because you really can't tell. Giannis led all scorers. Well, let's go with this. Erick Gordon, very good player. He tried to step up. He was 10 for 24, 26 points. Zeke Naji played 22 minutes, only gave him 6. Bruce Brown, 5 for 14. That's not going to get it done. 5 for 14, 36 minutes, 12 points. Vlatko Kanka. Or we could say Vlatko Kanka. Let's go with Kanka. Vlatko Kanka. Well, he didn't take it upon himself to shoulder much of the point scoring burden. He only shot the ball 5 times. 3 for 5, 9 points. And then we have Christian Braun. Christian didn't feel like shouldering the load either. He only shot it 6 times for 8 points. They got 38 points from the bench. See, Buddy Highland gave him 15, and Emmanuel Smith gave him 10. And that's about the name of that tune. Not much to say after that. Oh, let's go to Milwaukee. Milwaukee, you had Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, this is why Giannis gets my MVP vote. Okay? Giannis, 9 for 15. Shot 22 free throws. I don't know. See, some of those fouls that they give Giannis, they're offensive fouls. But Giannis, 11 rebounds, offensive rebounds. He got 11 defensive rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds, 14 rebounds total. So he's going to give you 33 points, 14 rebounds, and 4 assists. He's averaging 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists a game. 31 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's hard. That's pretty darn good. Brook Lopez. He had an awful night. He shot 2 for 11. Well, he's shooting for 3-point land. That's right. They won't let him play under the basket, Milwaukee. They want him out there spacing the floor. So they take him and put him out there, and then they let Giannis drive to the hoop. So 2 for 11. 5 points. Well, Brooke, tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. Thank gosh there was Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday played 36 minutes, 9 for 20. Not that great. Only shot the ball 4 times from the 3-point line, and he had 20 points. Then Pat Connaughton, 7 for 8. 5 for 6 from the 3-point line, from beyond the arc. 5 for 6. You got to take that any day. Pat gave him 19. And then we have Grayson Allen, who pulled up the rear, 2 for 6 for 7 points. We got 23 points from the bench out of 5 players, led by Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton came off the bench and gave him 10 points. So Chris is working his way back to you, babe. There we go. Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota, without Karl-Anthony Towns, went down to New Orleans to take on the Pelicans. New Orleans Pelicans. Without Zion Williamson, because Brandon Ingram made his grand debut back after missing, a month and a half? So, yeah. So, Minnesota went to New Orleans, and they won. 111 to 102. 111 to 102. The Timberwolves pulled it out, even with Brandon Ingram making his debut return after a month and a half. It might even be 2 months. For Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels, 34 points, 34 minutes, 10 points. Kyle Anderson, 33 minutes, 10 points. I don't know how they win this game. Rudy Gobert had to pick up the slack. 35 minutes, 17 points. D'Angelo Russell came in, gave him 39 minutes, 8 for 17, pretty darn good. You need to stay away from that 3-point line, D'Angelo, when you're 3 for 8. And he gave him 19 points. Anthony Edwards was carrying the boat again. Edwards is averaging 25, 6, and 5. And he gave him 37 last night and got him over the hump. Anthony Edwards, 12 for 25. That guy brings it. The bench gave him 18 points, and no one scored over double figures, so we won't cover that. Now, we won't mention that. Okay, for the New Orleans Pelicans. Brandon Ingram was back, but not really. 26 minutes, 4 for 18, 13 points. 13 points. Herb Jones. Now, Herb, you got to stop picking up the slack. You're a good defensive player, but you're going to have to start developing some offensive skills in the NBA in order to stay, because when the stars go down, like Ingram and Williamson, they're going to need somebody to step up. And it can't always be C.J. McCollum all the time, because Herb, you got to give him more than 4 points in 26 minutes. Jonas Valanciunas, 29 minutes, 15 points. Christian J. McCollum, 9 for 17 in 34 minutes for 25 points. And Trey Murphy, 21 minutes, 2 for 5 for 6 points. I don't know how they won. Oh, they got 39 points on the bench. Willie Herman Gomez gave him 8, and Mr. Grand gave him 12. Moving right along. Game number 6. There's only 4 more games left. Should I play some interlude music? No, let's not. Let's say we did. I want to dedicate this to all the people in Atlanta. You deserve to win because the Hawks, they traveled to Oklahoma City and defeated Oklahoma 137 to 132. Now, how did they do it? Well, they did it by making more baskets, obviously. Okay, but John Collins, 7 for 12. Gotta love that. 19 points. Clint Capella, I gotta look. Clint Capella is my favorite guy in terms of efficiency. Except from the 3-point line, because he was 8 for 8 in field goals. 8 for 8 in field goals. Just 2 for 6 from the free throw line. He had 18 points on 8 for 8. You get the idea. Trae Young did his usual Trae Young thing. 34 minutes, 10 for 20, 33 points. And this is funny. Okay? John Collins, plus minus 7. Clint Capella, minus 18. Collins is minus 7. Trae Young's minus 11. And Bogdan Bogdanovic is the only guy when he played was now, didn't have a negative differential. He had 0. He was 7 for 11. 4 for 7 from the 3-point line for 20 points. But he just had 0 in the plus minus column. So when he was out there, his team didn't score any more than the other team, but they didn't score less. And DeJounte Murray, 38 minutes, 9 for 19, 21 points. And he's a minus 2. Everyone's a minus for the starters in the Hawks, except for Bogdan Bogdanovic. They got 26 points from the bench, and that's when it went crazy. Nothing much noted. Nobody got over 10 points. Nobody shot the ball more than 5 times. Top scorer coming off the bench of 4 plays was 9. But their plus minuses, plus 21, plus 22, plus 13, and plus 6. That'll win you a game. The Oklahoma City Thunder, on the other hand, weren't able to get it done. I think that's how you should put it. Yeah, they lost 137 to 132. But they got 24 points for Jalen Williams. 30 points from Calvin Williams. 36 points from SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Josh Giddey gave him 16. And Lugert Dort gave him 12. Where's this guy been? Now he's starting to score points. 35 points on the bench. Oklahoma City pulls away and takes that one. No. Excuse me. Sorry. Oklahoma City didn't pull away. It was the Atlanta Hawks. Those Falcons, Birds, they did it. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies went to San Francisco. It used to be in Oakland, but now it's San Francisco. Went to the arena in San Francisco to take on the Golden State Warriors. And they lost 120 to 122, 120 to 122. Now, Memphis had that contentious series with Golden State last season. And John Morant went out the game before. But it was a very contentious series. There were a lot of things said to one another, and none of it was good. So let's get right to it. The Memphis Grizzlies came in with Brandon Clark, who gave him 19 points in 32 minutes. Jaren Jackson, who gave him 17 in 28 minutes. Both of them had good shooting percentages. Brandon Clark was 8 for 10 and 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. Dylan Brooks, 31 points, 10 points. No, Dylan Brooks, 31 minutes, 10 points. Ja Morant, 35 minutes, 29 points. It's not bad. 10 for 20. 10 for 20 in field goals. And then you have Desmond Bane. He needed to step up his game in this one. He was just 7 for 17 and for 20 points. The best got 25 points, but not much to talk about there. Okay. Now on to the Golden State Warriors. We have big Draymond Green. Yep, playing 32 minutes, going 3 for 3 on layups, more than likely. And 8 points. 8 big points. Then you have Jonathan Kuminga. He played 24 minutes. He played less minutes and was a lot better. Went 5 for 6 in shooting and scored 13 points. Steph Curry. Steph Curry played 35 minutes, 10 for 19, and then he was ejected for pitching a fit during the game. He was ejected, so he would have more than 40 had he stayed in the game. 40 points. 40 points. Then you had Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson was 9 for 23. Not too good. 5 for 10, 3-point from the three beyond the 3-point arc for 24 points. And Jordan Poole actually came in to save the day. Yeah. Give him the spark. Because almost everyone else is a negative. And the bench gave him 22 points. Then we have the Jazz. The Utah Jazz, because they used to be New Orleans, who now have the Pelicans. They traveled to the Great Northwest to take on the Portland Trail Blazers. And they lost 134 to 124. Now, let's just get to the game. Lauri Markkanen scored 24 points. Things look good there. Walker Kessler, he's the center. He scored 6 points. Could have put it better. I say at least 16. Mike Conley. 2 for 5 in 32 minutes for 8 points. 8 points. 32 minutes, 8 points. Now, Mike Conley came out in 2006 with a guy named Greg Oden. Greg Oden used to play for Ohio State, the Ohio State University. And they went to the championship game, basketball game, and they lost to Al Horford and Corey Brewer. But it's just amazing to see Mike Conley still in the game. Jordan Clarkson, 7 for 18, 18 points. And Malik Beasley, 3 for 10, for 10 points. Those are your starters. Well, I can't really say too much about your stars because they didn't get too much from the – actually, they did because they played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They played 9 players and got 58 points. Colin Sexton gave him 14, and Jarrett Vanderbilt gave him 12. They were the high scorers. And then for the Portland Trailblazers, we have Jeremy Grant. Jeremy Grant, 42 minutes, 19 points. Jusuf Nurkic, 18 minutes. He didn't play that much, 10 points. Damian Lillard, and here's where the night was won. Damian Lillard played 40 minutes, was 21 for 29, shooting the ball. 9 for 15 from the beyond the 3-point line. 9 for 10 free throws. For 60 points, just 60. Might as well went for 70 or 80. Okay. Josh Hart, 0 for 1 field goal. He played 9 minutes. Apparently they didn't need him. And he scored 0 points. Anthony Simmons. 39 minutes. 5 for 15. For 16 points. There's not much to say there. Except for that 60. And that 60 took the cake and won the game. Next we have The Toronto Raptors. That's right. Traveling to Sacramento. Is that really that far, Toronto? Oh, yeah, it is, because Toronto's like the middle of the country. Traveling to Sacramento. Sacramento, who is in third place, lost 113-95, 113-95 on the home court last night. And it wasn't even that close. Toronto jumped out on them early and just kept motoring. They outscored them all 4 quarters. Well, that'll do it. Sacramento had a miserable, and this is the home court. Domantas Sabonis, 35 minutes. 9 points. 9 points. 9 points. 35 minutes, 9 points. Harrison Barnes, 30 minutes, 10 points. Keegan Murray, 33 minutes, 16 points. De'Aaron Fox, 30 minutes, 16 points. And Kyle Herter, 32 minutes, 21 points. Not bad shooting averages, but nobody was jacking it. The person who shot the most was De'Aaron Fox with 12 shots. And you ain't going to win with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people divided up 23 points. Something like 20, 2 points apiece. No, 3 points apiece. No. Here's my 4. Now, the last game of the night involved the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers. That's right, one of the weaker teams in the league. The Spurs playing the talent-laden Lakers with the return of Anthony Davis. And the Lakers were playing at home, and they won 114-113. This was a game for the ages, not really. Okay, let's go over the San Antonio. It's one of the worst teams in the league. Okay, Jeremy Sochan, 6 for 14 points. Keita Bates-Diop, 25 minutes, 11 points. Going downhill. Keldon Johnson, 33 minutes, 25 points. I was scared to look. And Trey Jones, he played 26 minutes, 3 for 15. He had the worst shooting average of the night for 6 points. That being said, let's move on to the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James, 8 for 20, 1 for 6 from the 3-point line, 20 points. He didn't have to put in too much of effort, so he probably checked out early. Troy Brown played 21 minutes, scored 6 points. Thomas Bryant played 21 minutes, scored 6 points. Patrick Beverley. When Patrick Beverley gets 18 points, which he did, you know the other team is not playing any defense. Patrick Beverley scored 18 points. And Dennis Schroeder, 3 for 12 for plus 15 and 9 points. Anthony Davis gave him 21. Rui Hachimura. Now, I don't know how they got Rui Hachimura from Washington Wizards. This guy is really good. I don't know why the Wizards would take none for Hachimura. But stranger things have happened. Okay, so 21 points for Anthony Davis off the bench, 12 for Rui Hachimura, and Russell Westbrook also had 14. So 47, 52 points off the bench. Much better for those Lakers. Now, let's discuss the Western Conference. In the West, what do we have here? Do we have any changes? Well, what I have is from 112 to 126 now. And Sacramento Kings have taken over third place, and the Pelicans are now in fourth. Clippers are still in fifth. Dallas Mavericks, they're dropping like rocks. Golden State Warriors, they're 24-24 now, where they were 20-21. So they seem to be win one, lose one, win two, lose two. Not going to be a good thing. Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in eighth place with this 500 record, 25-25. Now, both Minnesota and the Golden State Warriors, which I'm about to name, are 9.5 games out of first place. The chance of them making that up, slim to none. The Golden State Warriors, they're at 24-24. Just like the Minnesota Timberwolves are at 25-25. They're both 500 teams. Both of them are 9.5 games behind first place. Nobody has a win streak over 6. And actually, Denver does. Denver's 8-2 in the last 10 games. So I stand corrected. Utah Jazz, number 10. Then you have Oklahoma City Thunder, the Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers at 23-26, San Antonio Spurs at 14-34. And so that's what we do here. Hold on. Mr. James. No, I'm wrapping up the Western Conference. You can come on and say hi. You don't see me on? Yeah, I'm here. I'm live. Live and in living color. Let me put.
If I hit go live, I'm gonna go live again. All right, go ahead, man. I messed up on my doggone times.
When these things happen, everything work out all right? That's fantastic. Any snow up there? Nah. No snow. Well, then you're ahead of the game. You have nothing to complain about.
I ain't gonna complain.
All right, bro.
All right.
Peace.
Hey, they having a class reunion Sunday.
Sunday?
You're far away. Yeah.
I might be back in town on Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, one Sunday.
Let me know where it's at. I might show up. I'll fly in. I'll jet set in just for this.
Jet set in, yeah, okay. I don't think I'm faking it. Your wife's got a bunch of stuff going on. So.
Where's it at? Well, I'll talk to you later about that.
All right,
bye. That's our co-host, Eric James. And he had an important appointment he had to attend to and couldn't make it. But I wrapped it up. Now, let's see. Where am I? Utah Jazz. Well, this is okay. Minnesota Timberwolves 8. Golden State Warriors are 9. Utah Jazz are 10. Oklahoma City Thunder are 11 at 23-25. Portland Trailblazers, after that 60-point performance by Damian Lillard, are sitting in 12th place with 23-25, 10 games out. Then you have the Los Angeles Lakers at 23-26. And in the last 10, they are 5-5. So they go up one, they come down one. San Antonio Spurs are 2-8 in their last 10, and they're in 14th place. 2-8. Pretty bad, right? Not bad enough, because pulling up the rear are the Houston Rockets, who are 11-37, and in the last 10 games are 1-9. Yes, sir, Bob. Now, not much has changed in 2 weeks. I don't have last week's, but not much has changed in 2 weeks. But listen, they still got, what is it? January is over, so they have February and March. So they got 2 more months to go. And there's still plenty of time for all of these teams to hoist up their pants, all right? Tie up their shoes and get to running. Start playing this game. So we'll see what happens. What do I see happening? I'm going to tell you, the Los Angeles Lakers pulled off a heck of a deal with Rui Hachimura. This is an up-and-coming kid. He's big, he's strong, he can shoot. He's very skilled. He can rebound. He can do all the things that show up on the stat sheet, and he can do the intangibles like scrap for balls, play defense, cut off passing lanes. I see the Lakers making a very strong push at the end with this kid, because coming off the bench, if they're going to let him come off the bench, or they might let him start, if they do that, they're going to be a team to be reckoned with, because they'll have somebody other than Anthony Davis who's actually playing defense out there, and that could make them dangerous. With that, Clay Moss from the Major League Sports Network on the NBA Thursday, covering all the games that happened on Wednesday, and of course, the Western Conference. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Do we play some music going out? What do we have? How about some ambient music? What's that sound like? This is goodbye music if I've ever heard any. Goodbye, everybody.